Hello class, so welcome back to HFT4413, Hospitality Analytics and Revenue Management for week 3. So this week we're going to focus on value and the role of value on pricing. Also relationship between quality, service, and price. If you actually look right below this presentation, you'll see a quick little meme. It says good, fast, and cheap. You may only choose two. So this is a little bit of what you're going to focus on this week. Now you can have quality, service, and price. But if you have great quality and great service, you shouldn't expect an inexpensive price. And likewise, if you have great service and an inexpensive price, you shouldn't expect the highest quality. Alright, so please focus on page 72. That's the alternative value formula. So whose money are you spending and who are you spending it on? There are 4 different value formulas that definitely come into play both in marketing and revenue management. So are you spending money on yourself or on someone else? Are you spending someone else's money on yourself or someone else? So these are pretty important. And they're definitely going to be important for this week's discussion board posting. Now remember again that your first discussion board post is due by Wednesday at midnight, and you have to respond to 2 other people by Friday night. This week's chapter we're also going to focus briefly on the science of data management and on the art of insight application. So revenue management is both an art and a science. Now, lots of information is scientific and proven. However, many of the strategies are an art. And as the controller, you have to massage the information and make it work. And no amount of training or data is going to make this easier for you. So it is both a science and an art. Now, the main concept I really want you to think about this week is going back to the concept of role and concept of the role of value and the multi-view of value. Now this is a pretty short chapter, so put some extra thought into those sections and become proficient at it. Now your discussion board post this week will talk about the different value propositions that I mentioned earlier, as well as quickly talking about the masa sushi example. So I posted your final assignment this week. You will have to interview a general manager or revenue manager of a hotel, food service, airline, or cruise line, and write a paper about your findings. Now the instructions are listed online, so if you have any questions, let me know. Now also included on your discussion board this week, there will be a APA style question. The answer is in the instructions of the paper, so it shouldn't take you very long to answer this question. And going forward, I will have these APA style questions, and it shouldn't take any more than about 15 words or 5 minutes of thought in order to come up with the answer to this, so they're really simple. Most of you did the lemonade stand game last week. I'm curious what you thought about it, so give me some insight. I do have some more games like this. I'm wondering if they really helped you in the learning process, or if you kind of felt like they're a waste of time and you don't really want to do them. Okay, so the LinkedIn extra credit assignment, most of you have joined the group, and also the dean of the college, Dean Mike Hampton, has joined the group. So I want you to do 2 different things this week. First of all, I want you to connect with your fellow classmates and the dean. So what this is going to do is help build your contacts. Some of your classmates are working at some pretty cool jobs, and you might want to connect with them to find out some job opportunities that they have that you might be interested in. Now the second part of the LinkedIn extra credit assignment is to find some articles. Now in order to get full credit on the final project, you will have to cite journal articles. I didn't put in any requirements of how long I want your works cited page, but if you just have an interview, you're not going to receive full credit. So I want you to scour the internet. Go to Google Scholar, which is scholar.google.com. Read also through other revenue management groups on LinkedIn. And I want you to post at least 1 article to the FIU HFT4413 group. Now, what this is going to do is going to start getting you to look at articles early and ready for the paper. Also, it's going to have your classmates looking at articles for you. So by the end of the semester, I'm going to probably do this another 2 or 3 times, there should be a couple hundred articles in this group that you can use for your paper. So I'm making you think early and making your classmates work for you. Alright, so with that being said, enjoy this week. Make sure you read the chapter and get started early on the discussion board post and the quiz. And one more thing, in an effort to maximize all of the weeks of the summer and to cover all the chapters of the books, Next week, I'm going to have you read 2 chapters. So you have to read chapters 4 and 5. There will be 2 different discussion board posts and a 20-question quiz instead of your normal 10-question quiz. Also, there's going to be some Excel homework. So next week is going to be a pretty intensive week. So you might want to get started early. Do chapter 3, do your discussion board, do your quiz. This week, you might want to start reading ahead, read chapters 4 and 5, so that you're ready for next week to jumped right into the class. So if you have any questions, some of your fellow classmates have emailed me, some of them have stopped by, have called me. Please feel free to do so whenever you want to. Other than that, thank you very much.